Welcome to this video tutorial. My name is Ingmar Lauer, and I'll help you to get started with ioversal's audio-video production suite called Vertex. First, I recommend going to ioversal.com and downloading our latest version of Vertex. You don't need to purchase a license right away, and until you do, the application will run fully functional in trial mode, which just stops playback and devices every 10 minutes, and a watermark will appear. Alrighty, let's dig right in. This is our start screen, also with some YouTube links for useful videos that help you get started, like this one. So to create a new project, click on New Project, and a Windows Explorer window pops up asking us for name and location of the project file. Let's call it our project for now. And as soon as we hit Enter, Vertex will take us to the next screen, the user interface or the UI. In any project, the UI consists of mainly 4 parts by default. The Project Explorer and Library Overview on the left. In the center is our render editor, where you can edit and view content in various render spaces. The Inspector window is on the right, where all items' properties can be inspected and edited. And on the bottom is the Playback editor, where we build our playback from either a sequence or a playlist. Now let's import some content to get our show running. Go to the Project Explorer Content section, again the upper left, and open the context menu with a right click. First item is the Add File command, and we can pick a video clip or an image or an audio file, pretty much any media, and import it. Now as you can see, there's a new tile popping up in the Project Explorer, and a little orange progressive status bar indicates that there is a proxy file being generated right now in the background. So we'll be saving some system resources while editing our show. Once the proxy is ready, we'll just grab the new clip and throw it into our timeline at the bottom of the UI to create a clip container, which holds all settings for how the file is supposed to be processed and played back, and of course the video content itself. And if we hit the space key on the keyboard, playback starts right away. Now let's take it to the right corner of our status bar at the bottom. There's a little speaker icon. And if we hover with our mouse pointer above it, a view meter pops up showing us the audio levels. And if we click on it, we'll mute the preview audio. And to pause playback just for now, go to the Transport section and click on the Pause button. Now let's move to the Inspector window. You see any items here in the Project Explorer that we click on, they're being selected, and their settings and properties can be accessed on the right side in the Inspector window. Now let's select our clip container for now and take a look at its settings. The sheer number of settings can get quite overwhelming from time to time, so settings are organized with the help of tabs. Most important settings will be found under the Main tab, of course. To change a clip's opacity, just grab the opacity slider and change its value in the inspector. It's that easy. To change transformational properties, just click on a value and hold the mouse button clicked while sliding the mouse up and down. And if we don't like what we just did, we can click on the return icon to the right to reset the values. Also at the bottom, there's settings for color and level correction. Moreover, we can animate certain properties in the inspector with the help of keyframes. For instance, if we want to move our content during the show, right-click on the position value and choose Add Keyframe from the context menu. If we take a look at the clip container now, we see that there's a keyframe being added to the timeline. A double click on it reveals the keyframe editor, and a double click on that itself enlarges it. We can edit the values from there as well as from within the inspector. And if we want to zoom in on the timeline, we'll just hold down the Control key while using the mouse wheel hovering over the ruler grid, which is quite useful if we want to find the precise moment for the next keyframe to be set, which is right here. We go back to the inspector, click and hold on the Y position and drag the mouse down until the content is out of sight. Once we did that, Vertex automatically adds a new keyframe with the updated values at the position of the playhead. Now, if we grab the playhead and cue a little back and hit the space key, we can play back our keyframe edited animation. All right, let's get to the icing on the cake, and let me show you how to program your show like a real pro by adding cues to your timeline. Just type M on the keyboard and a cue appears at the current position of the playhead. Let's select the cue and go back to the inspector where we can alter its settings. Right now its mode is set to continuous. Let's change that because we want to jump through time. No, jump to another cue, and we'll pick that from the pop-up menu. Jump to what cue exactly? We only got one. Well, since we're going to create another cue shortly, we go to jump to cue in the settings and change its value to number 2. All right, let's create cue number 2 by moving the playhead to a position where we'd like the second cue. Let's also move cue number 1 a little further up the timeline. And once we did that and hit the spacebar on the keyboard, we can play back the loop we just created. And if we take a look at our time display now, we see a second time appearing here in orange, which indicates to us the time remaining until the next cue. So jumping to various points in our timeline is not the only function a cue could fulfill. Let me show you one last trick by commanding Vertex with the help of a script command. For instance, if we wanted to break out of that cycle, we could add a script command to the last cue, tell it to stop the playback. Enter playback1.stop, and next time the playhead will arrive at the jump cue, it'll execute the script command instead of jumping. Alright, congratulations! We've just programmed our first little show in Vertex. And if you haven't done so already, I recommend going to iversal.com and downloading your free trial version of Vertex. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.